You know who diligently works out 15 times per day? Scott.
And Rand, if you can believe that.
Yeah, I do. I think we both look like we work out
We do.
all the time.
Absolutely. And I have a device that promises me I'll become so much better. Let's do Randall Notices the Guest.
All right.
This is kind of fun. Here's what's going to happen when we conclude this session. It's going to be Randall suddenly noticing the guest has been there at the table with him the whole time. So, Randall Notices the Guest. Coming up.
Yes. Hi, Scott.
Hey!
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much, sir. Pleasure to get back. I didn't know how long it would be before I came back, but here we are.
There was a little while there, I think from like mid-July to mid-August, where you weren't even on the show at all.
Yeah, I know. I kind of figured that maybe this was the end. But anyway, go ahead.
Fitbit.
Yes.
Tell me about Fit. I don't know anything about it.
This is a Fitbit, folks. It's sort of the new hula hoop or pet rock of older adults these days. I say older adults, anyone over about the age of 11. And what a Fitbit is it's part watch, and if you have to sort of rock it, you can see what time it is. But it also measures a number of different things in your body. First of all, it measures steps. And I'll talk about the competitive nature of the Fitbit in just a moment. But it also can measure your heart rate. It measures how many stairways you've been up, how many flights of stairs. It can be used for a lot of different things. You can actually be part of Fitbit clubs and all that. This is something I didn't know about until about a year or so ago. My wife got the first one, and she was wearing it all the time, and I was like, pfft. And then someone gave her a new Fitbit, and she gave me the old one. And I was like, okay. And then it becomes an addiction. I mean, every 20 minutes I'm going, okay, I'm up to 10,041 steps. And then I'll walk around a little bit. It also runs your life. That's the really weird thing, because it actually talks to you. In the morning, when you first put it on, it resets itself every night at midnight. First put it on in the morning, it says something like, hey there, or you're finally awake, or something like that. Sometimes it's a little bit snarky. And then from there, it begins measuring, and you start off with 0 steps. Obviously, you put the thing on, you get started, and as you're going along, occasionally it'll give you a little bit of encouragement. It'll say, hey, great, only 8,400 steps more to get to your goal of 10,000.
See, what I have to do for that, I just have to text my wife, hey, I think I've taken about this many steps, and she says, good job, keep it up. Later on, though.
No, it's not going to work.
It doesn't work very well.
I'm sure it doesn't.
I need a new system.
The Fitbit is a big thing, and what's interesting is all the people in my family who were under my roof, that does not include Joshua, right? All of us are wearing Fitbits, and at the dinner table we're all comparing. Well, I'm up to 10,052 now. How about you? Oh, I did 17,000. So it becomes competitive. And in fact, at one point, my daughter wanted to make sure that she beat her mom. She was about 2,000 or 3,000 steps behind. So she and her husband, my daughter and her husband, took a long walk and came back. And they were so proud of themselves. They were about 1,500 ahead of my wife. So very competitive. But that's what the Fitbit's all about. I'm sure that someday there'll be the kind of thing you'll find in the Smithsonian. People saying, and back in the old days, people used to wear these things, and it ran their lives.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, really. Now, I will tell you that it also is a little bit pushy. In that today, as a matter of fact, I was sitting in my office working on something, and it vibrates when it reaches certain things. If you've set a goal, like most of us have a goal of about 10,000 steps a day, it's an exercise kind of thing. Hence the term.
That's my goal.
Fitbit.
Oh.
But I was sitting in my office. And all of a sudden it vibrated, and I was like, and it said, time to get up and take at least 85 steps. Seriously. And, I found myself standing up and going, let's see, what can I do for 80? All right. I went downstairs in the building I'm in, walked across and came up the other staircase, and then it said, congratulations. So it's a carrot and a stick kind of thing. Carrot and a stick Fitbit. That's what I've got here.
I think it would be really funny to have one that, would treat you bad if you didn't do it right. Like, hey, Pudgy, get up and do something.
Well, it sort of does some of that. So, if something like that would bother you, I would recommend not getting one.
Okay.
But it is kind of a fun thing. It's kind of useful because sometimes you don't realize how little exercise you've had. We did some moving here recently, and my wife walked almost 30,000 steps and about 23 flights of stairs based on what it thought. Because we were moving someone to the second story of a building. We had to go upstairs. And, you make that trip about 11 or 12 times, and all of a sudden you're looking like the Empire State Building isn't going to be such a big deal. So that's what the Fitbit's all about. And you've not seen one of these? You're not familiar with them?
I've seen them on people. I knew only a little bit about them.
Birthday coming up?
Well, May.
May. Yeah, that's going to be a little while yet.
Yeah.
And these things are not cheap, so I'll have to start saving if I want to get him on the Fitbit thing. And then hopefully I'll be able to walk a few more steps than you.
Oh, I'm going to beat you every single time. Oh, hey, man. Thanks for coming to the show finally.
Oh, well, thanks. I've just been sitting here. I didn't know if we were going to talk or what.
Yeah, no, I was telling the audience about how my wife gave me her old Fitbit and how, now I'm using her old one and she has her new one. And sometimes I'll be sitting at the dinner table with my grown daughter and her husband, and we'll be comparing steps. And my daughter once wanted to beat my wife, so she took her husband out for a walk. I think it was a funny story. It's a shame you weren't here.
Am I awake? It's like I've been here before.
Well, you missed it.
You're Randall, right?
I'm Randall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How's the Fitbit working out for you?
It's working great. I love it.
Okay. I'm going to have to get one of those.
I've taken about 10,052 steps today. Thank you for liking and subscribing, guys.
Hey, it's been fun. Get fit.
Yeah, get fit. Let us know in the comments how many steps you've taken today. And check out our website, rampantcomedy.com, for cool, fun stuff. Have a good one. Nice.